And you're aware that as a result of the bump, a whole host of calls happen after it, correct?
Yes.
Judge, I promise not to play every call, but we're going to play some. So at this point in time, permission to publish already in evidence, State Exhibit A.
Please proceed.
Charlie, I'm going to play for you call A. This is a call on April 19th, 2016, 2:09 p.m. It's the first call with your mom after the bump. Okay?
So, you know, if it's on tonight after work or some other time in the very near future, and you need to speak with them.
Okay.
Okay?
Did someone write a letter to you or something?
That's some paperwork. Hand delivery.
You're being sued?
No, that's what I thought it was. But I'm going to need to talk to you.
Okay.
Okay? So, you know, maybe have to figure out something. You can tell us wherever you are.
Well, I'm in Mitch Klein's office on Oakland Park Boulevard.
Okay.
So I'm right now in the Skyline Chili, and I'll be at his office in the afternoon.
So the boys will finish their piano lesson around 4-ish, and the traffic will be, and they take a ride with them up there.
Did Dad know about this?
The dad's at work today, fortunately.
What's I can't. Is it IRS?
You know, these IRS people, they're kind of bother you sometimes, but fortunately not me.
Okay.
So I will talk to you. I'll give you a heads up if I'm going to drive up that way.
All right.
Okay? And
Just when you know that? Is it involved when
No. So let me just talk to you later. And
what is it? Is it a house okay?
Yeah.
All right. Does it involve me or other people?
Well, probably both.
What's that?
Probably the two of them. So we probably have a general idea what I'm talking about.
All right.
So let's just find some time to talk to each other and take the boys for a ride, okay?
You're going to take the boys up there? So it's harder you talk to me today.
You or tomorrow.
All right. Well, I'll be up at Mitch Klein's office. You want to come up? Oh yeah, so really late.
I'm just concerned that I can have to get up there and get back in time for Angie to get them. Sometimes she gets out a little earlier than
Can I ask you a question? Whose paperwork has some?
I see them, that's great. I think that's in the hands with him and I was really good with him today.
And he was was it anonymous or?
No, oh no, not anonymous. Not anonymous. I just don't want to discuss it. Oh, it's fun.
Right, whatever it is, it is. I would silly, but if you want,
I wouldn't bother you. Trust me.
Yeah, I know. You want me to come down to see you tomorrow? I actually have the day off.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Dad actually starts later tomorrow. You know, he goes in at 1 o'clock. We both work out at the gym from 9:30 to 10:30. So
whatever it is, I'll take a look at the paperwork.
Yeah.
I hope it's not the IRS. But I
just would like you to review it and give me some input as to what your thoughts are.
All right.
Okay? So come down tomorrow. Dad leaves at 12, so anytime after 12 is good.
12 tomorrow.
Yeah, he leaves at 12. He starts at 1 there, so 12, 12:15. afternoon.
All right, I'll come down in the afternoon. That way I can hang out with you and see you soon.
That would be great.
Perfect. All right, I'll talk to you later.
I'd love to come by.
Charlie, where are you when this call happens?
I'm at Skyline Chili, eating a bowl of chili.
Your mom says that she had some paperwork delivered to her. Do you have any clue what she's talking about?
I have no clue what she's talking about.
What do you guess?
I thought it was the IRS.
What else do you guess?
Is everyone's health okay?
Do you think it has anything to do with either your extortion or Professor Markel's murder at this point in time?
No, not at all.
Why are you asking so many questions?
My mom, I know my mom my whole life. She's talking weird on the phone. She's like, it's like something's obvious. I can tell something's bothering her, but she's beating around the bush.
Now, your mom says, you say, does it involve me or other people? And your mom responds, well, probably both of us. Probably the two of us. So you probably have a general idea of what I'm talking about. And I want to focus on those statements. Okay? When she says that to you, did you have any clue what she was talking about?
No, I think I asked her a few more questions after that.
Now, as the calls progress, do you know what she's talking about?
By the time I got to the end of the third call, I knew exactly what she was talking. I felt like I knew pretty much what she was talking about.
By that point in time, and I want to go back to this line, does it involve me or other people? Her answer, well, probably both of us, probably the two of us, so you probably have a general idea of what I'm talking about. By the end of figuring out what this was, what did you understand her to be saying here?
By the time I got down to the third call, I realized fully what she was talking about in this call, in that she's getting extorted.
And so why the two of us?
She knows I was extorted 2 years earlier, and it's the same people that are coming to extort her for money. So she's trying to say like it's the same thing that happened to you is happening to me.
And just to be clear, about a month and a half after the extortion of you, who did you tell?
My mom. She's the only person I told.
Now, when she says it's probably the both of us, probably the two of us, you understand the state's theory is that this murder conspiracy was, in addition to Katie, Sigfredo, and Luis Rivera, you, your mom, your dad, your sister. Do you understand that?
I do now, yeah.
She doesn't say probably the four of us, does she?
No, she does not.
She doesn't say all of us, does she?
No.
She says the two of us. Right?
Yeah.
Now, the bump, what was the bump?
The bump was an extortion from Latin King gang members. Okay. Or actually, it was the FBI pretending to be Latin King gang members.
Now, on this call, there's discussion about your dad's schedule. Do you recall that?
Yes, I do.
Why was it important? Why do you learn later that it was important what your dad's schedule was?
Because my dad never knew what happened to me, and my mom was going to want to talk to me when my dad wasn't around.
If we could go to B, which is a call right after, and it's you calling your mom back. Sure. May I publish, Your Honor?
Hey, how are you?
Okay.
Good. Is it me not paying the Sun Pass? I'm
No.
just kidding. No, listen. What was I going to say? you mind paying my Brown and Brown insurance?
No.
Okay. Because I'm going to just stick with the same company.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is this, if you stay with the same company for 3 years, they can then try to bump you down into a lower bracket.
Oh, okay. So it's a good idea to do that.
So I might as well stay with them and then hope that that's actually true, that they can do what they said about putting it in a lower bracket.
Okay. So you want me to call Pam Hall?
Yeah, because I told her that my mom would call her because she handles like that stuff at the office.
Okay.
And then just send them in a check. Because they have to have it before, I want to say the 29th or something.
Okay.
I'll do that. And listen, whatever it is, whatever someone sent you, I wouldn't worry too much about anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so someone can write whatever they want to write, someone can say whatever they want to say, and I'm not worried. So, was it another bad review on Yelp?
There's reviews coming in. Sometimes they are bad reviews. This is a particularly bad one. So,
I'm not being sued.
No.
Okay. All right. Honestly, whatever it is, and I wouldn't just judging from what you're making it sound like. I wouldn't stress it out too much.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, people can always write. People can always say anything they want. It doesn't. If someone says you're a bad dentist, it doesn't mean you're a bad dentist. So. But anyway, I will. I'll definitely come down. It actually works out perfectly because I had the day off.
Okay. So I'll make you take me out to dinner. So make sure you bring cash with you.
All right.
Okay.
Do I need to bring cash?
Yeah, it's like if you take me out to dinner, I'm gonna have.
I want to pause it there. You call your mom back and you start talking about the SunPass. Does that have anything to do with this case, the SunPass? Is it code?
SunPass is not code.
Why do you mention the SunPass?
Because a couple weeks earlier, my SunPass had gotten stolen out of the car from a valet. I didn't realize it. My parents were getting all these bills, so they make a big deal about little things sometimes. So whatever it was, I was making fun of my mom. I thought she was like a small issue, like a SunPass thing.
And you then start talking about Brown and Brown Insurance. What's Brown and Brown Insurance? Is that code?
No. That was actually the reason I called her back. Is that in the last call I forgot to tell her that I had to pay that insurance. Otherwise, if my insurance lapses, they'll cancel the policy, and it was due. So it was due by the 29th.
You then start making more guesses. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I'm still at a loss for what's going on.
You bring up Yelp. You bring up getting sued, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, any clue whatsoever what this is about at this point in time?
No, she just sounded really weird on the first call.
Okay. Then we get to the part that we just stopped. And she says to you, I will make you take me out to dinner, so make sure you bring cash with you. At that point in time, what happens to your demeanor? You can hear it on the call. What happens?
I stutter and I repeat back to her what she just said. I'm like, I got to bring cash with me. Like it was so out of place.
Why did that happen at that point in time?
I think she was trying to hint to me that she's getting extorted.
So what was odd about you bringing cash to dinner?
I put everything I possibly can on my credit card. That's how I've ended up saving up so much cash. But.
And let's hear how you respond.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea, right?
Yeah. Was this? I should bring cash. I don't have much cash to bring.
No. I'll see if I have money for dinner. Let's see what I have here.
Was it? Can I ask you? Is someone blackmailing you?
No, it's just a possibility.
You think someone's trying to blackmail you?
Maybe.
No. Is there, I don't know what black and white is called, but is there any way I could see you? You can't come up here at all.
It's going to be difficult because I don't think the parent teacher wouldn't use for the school. And even if I came up there and got there at 5:15, it would still be tough to, necessarily get back here in time for me to pick them up.
Was this? Can I just ask you this? Is this anything government related, or is this like whack job writing a letter to you?
Like who?
Is it like a whack job writing a letter to you, or is this government related?
No, I don't know if it's government related.
So it's not government or military or anything like that.
No.
Who was the letter addressed to?
Me.
To you. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Did it have do you know who sent it to you?
That was a pretty good idea. But, we'll talk about it later. Either, I would like to, I will definitely, I just don't know if I'm going to get back here in time for them to
Whoever sent you the letter sent you an anonymous letter. Did they sign it? So someone showed up. Was it like by a process server?
That's what I did was.
It wasn't. Where did they come to you at?
When I walked out of the building, and they were late, and I put past both driveways at the other time.
Right.
And then I walked in about 5 feet from pressing the button so that I could cross the street to pick up the boys, so to speak.
Right.
And just to get that on the sidewalk. Yeah. Okay, Katie, so you say that.
So let's talk about this call. You ask your mom after she tells you to bring cash, is someone blackmailing you? And she says it's a good possibility. Now what are you thinking?
I'm starting to evaluate, I still don't have an idea, but I was extorted 21 months earlier. So I'm starting to evaluate, is it related to that, or what could it be?
And are you growing more concerned?
Very, yeah.
And you ask her who the letter was addressed to. Why do you ask her that?
Because I was the one who was extorted 21 months earlier. I had no idea why they'd be going to my mom. If it was related to me.
You then mentioned the possibility of seeing your mom tonight, and she doesn't want to see you tonight. Why doesn't she want to see you?
Because she's watching the boys, and she didn't want Wendy to ask her, where were you? And have to tell her, or what's going on.
Now, again, I thought, according to the state's theory, Wendy is a co-conspirator in this case, right?
That's part of their theory.
Now, you then say on this, is the person threatening you or anything? Why are you asking that?
Because on the night of the 18th, I was told if you don't pay in 48 hours, you're going to get killed. So I was trying to compare it to what happened to me to see is this related to what happened to me.
You later tell her that your advice to her is going to be to go to the police. Why would your advice to her to go to the police at this point in time?
Because I don't think it's related to what happened to me. When I asked my mom, are they threatening you? She was like, well, maybe. You never know how to interpret these things. And it was very clear what the threat was to me on the 18th. So okay, then it's something unrelated to, at that level of seriousness. Maybe it's something involving code enforcement or OSHA or somebody messing with them. So I was just like, all right, just go to the police.
Now, towards the end of the call, you say it wouldn't be the first time I'm being threatened. Do you recall that?
Yeah.
What were you referring to?
When I was extorted 21 months earlier, I was threatened. So I was trying to compare it to that to see, is it possibly related to what happened to me?
At the end of this call, do you know what is going on yet?
No, I don't know what's going on yet.
Let's go to the third call, which is 12 minutes later. And this is C. This is at 3 o'clock p.m. between you and your mom.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, sorry about that. Quick question for you. Well, one thing I was going to tell you is obviously don't talk about things in the apartment or any place.
No, obviously.
The other thing is, was the person black, white, Hispanic?
What?
And they just came up to you and they said your name and they handed you a piece of paper?
No, no, didn't hand it right away. First spoke to me for a while and then handed it to me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And they wearing hats, sunglasses, or?
No, nothing. Nothing. Describe them to a T.
What's that? You could describe them.
Describe them to a T. No, nothing.
Was the person nervous or were they angry or?
No, calm as could be. Totally calm.
That's really crazy. Are they trying to ask for money or something?
Yeah.
If someone trying to, I mean, listen, if it's something like that, it sounds probably like to go to the police, but
And they have to, but they'd rather talk to you first and then.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't, there's scumbags out there all the time that try to do stuff like that.
Oh, no.
So,
That's why I just want you to see, because I don't want, your father upset.
don't say anything to your dad until I take a look at it, because that's why I'll take a look
Absolutely.
on everything.
That's what I suggested after he goes to work tomorrow.
Did the person give you any kind of like time frame or anything?
No.
Okay.
It's clear what's wanted.
What is it? Can I just ask you what they asked for?
I don't know. This TV is probably about $5,000.
They asked you for $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then she, girlfriend. Hi, Sandra. Come on in. Good. How are you? Good. Okay.
That's crazy. Let me take a look at it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll go from there.
Your turn. Lincoln's going first. Okay, do that one. Yeah, that would be good.
Now, in the 12 minutes before this call, had you started to put the pieces together and figure out what was going on a little bit?
A little bit. I was thinking about the first call and the second call, and the more I thought about it, I thought this is related to what happened to me. Somehow this is related to it.
And what does your attention shift to in the very beginning of this call?
I wanted to compare it to what happened to me 21 months earlier to see are these the same people that are doing this.
And so the first question you ask, were they black, white, or Hispanic? Why do you ask that question?
Because I always suspected that it was Sigfredo that did it. I mean, process in my head, that was my first guess, and that's who I would have guessed it was. When I met him, he was an angry guy, and And I was trying to see, is this somebody fitting his description that's maybe coming to my mom and doing this?
Why do you ask her? Did they give you a time frame?
Because that night I was told you got 48 hours to pay up. I'm trying to compare it to, is this person telling my mom you got 48 hours to pay up?
Now, she says no, but it is clear what is wanted. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And then she says, this TV is probably about 5. Now, before we get there, in the very start of the call, you say don't talk about anything in the apartment or any place.
Sure.
Why do you say that to your mom?
Well, that was one of the first things I told her when I told her what had happened to me when I got extorted and was picking up the checks from her, is to never talk about it with anybody, not talk about it on the phone, don't talk in the apartment, is that there's always a chance that the police are listening.
And what would you be afraid the police were listening to if you didn't do a murder?
I never wanted anyone to know I was extorted.
Why didn't you want the police to know you were extorted? What would happen if the police knew you were extorted?
They would come talk to me.
And what would happen if they came and talked to you? What did you think would happen at that point?
If they came to talk to me, if I decided to talk to them, I'd have to tell them what happened to me. And if I told them what happened to me, my life would be in danger. These people would come find me. They'd find someone in my family. I mean, they don't care.
Now, going back to the TV comment, where she says, this TV is probably about 5. Did you have code words with your mom that TV, I think they said, do you have that sheet what TV equals? Did TV, was it a code word?
There is absolutely no code word involving TV whatsoever.
Now, by the way, your response isn't, no, it's an air conditioner. Your response is, they want $5,000? Was there any code there?
Not at all. I just wanted to clarify what was being said to me, to repeat it back.
Your mom then brings up that they brought up an ex-girlfriend. Do you remember that?
I do.
Now, Ms. Kappelman, in her cross-examinations, went through how you had several ex-girlfriends after Katie Magbanua. You recall that?
I do.
Did any of your other ex-girlfriends become involved in a situation where you were extorted?
I only had one ex-girlfriend whose friends extorted me.
So once she brings up your ex-girlfriend, did you have a pretty good idea of what was going on?
Oh, I knew exactly what was going on at this point. Well, almost exactly what was going on.
By the way, also during this call, you again remind your mom not to say anything to your father, right?
Yes, I did.
At the end of this call, what do you decide to do?
I'm going to give Katie a call.
And why are you going to reach out to Katie?
I want to see if her friends extorting my mom that she knows of, because she sure knew what had happened to me.
We're going to now publish D, Your Honor, already in evidence.
You may.
This is a call between you and Katherine Magbanua at 4:27 p.m. on that same day, correct?
Yes.
You want to use your headphones?
Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
No, are you someplace you can talk to me?
So what?
Are you any place that you can talk to me?
You talking now.
What's that?
Just talk right now. Just talk.
Okay, can you go somewhere that's not loud when I'm talking to you?
I can't. It's like loud, but I can't get out.
Okay, I'm trying to walk outside and talk to you right now. I can't even fucking get outside. All right, let me turn it off. All right. Somebody, hang on, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear.
Okay. I just want you to listen to me. I'll be able to talk to you in person when I see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom walked the kids. I only heard part of the story,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to go down there and talk to her tomorrow to find out what's going on.
Okay.
If she didn't want to elaborate,
Uh-huh.
but she said that someone approached her on the street,
Uh-huh.
called her by name,
Mm-hmm.
handed her an envelope with something in it,
Yeah.
and somebody was. She really wouldn't go into detail, and I have no idea what this is in reference to.
Uh-huh.
But something regarding her son, something regarding his ex-girlfriend, and the person asking my mom for some money.
What?
Yeah. So I said, well, yeah. I'm like, first when she was saying, I thought it was like something involved in the IRS or a patient
Yeah.
or something like that. So I don't even know what the fuck it's about at all.
So somebody just like bumped into your mom like that?
Well, they came up to her on the street after she dropped the kids off at school. I guess she brought them to school. I don't even know. But it must know her routine. It must know who she is.
Yeah.
They walked up to her. They called her by name.
Uh-huh.
They handed her an envelope.
Uh-huh.
She said they spoke to her for a few minutes. And then she said they were making reference to my ex-girlfriend. I have no fucking clue what that's about.
Yeah.
And that they explained that they needed to be paid for money.
For what?
I don't even know if my mom doesn't even want to talk to me on the phone. I'm like, well,
But like, did she see the person? Was she like, you should have like,
oh yeah,
asked her something?
that's what I said. I said, someone's going to try to blackmail you or something.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
I
You like that.
I said, you got to go straight to the police. She's like, I don't even know what this is about. I don't want to talk about it. I said, well, take a picture and send me what it is. She's like, I just want you to see the person. So I'm going to go there. I can't even fucking go there today because I won't get out of work until 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So she's like, just.
So somebody's like stalking your mom?
I don't even fucking know. I don't know what's going on, what my mom's involved. I mean, you didn't do anything with my mom. I mean, yeah.
Look what I'm doing wrong.
Let me pause it right there. You say, and I quote, I mean, you didn't do anything with my mom.
I did say that.
What were you asking her?
Are your friends extorting my mom that you know of? Are they up to this?
Now, during this call, you say, I have no idea what this is in reference to. Why do you say that to Katie?
I'm calling her up and talking about something that she'd asked me to never talk about, and I never planned on talking about it. So I wanted to let her know that I wasn't setting her up, and that I needed her help. That's why I was calling her up.
And you make reference to an ex-girlfriend, but you're kind of wishy-washy whether she's the ex-girlfriend. Why?
Because I was implying it was her, but I didn't want her to feel like I was setting her up.
She says to you, when you say, I mean, you didn't do anything with my mom. She says, what would I do with your mom? And you say, just checking.
Yep.
Katie seems surprised on this call.
Very.
How did that make you feel?
That made me feel good. it made me feel like it wasn't her friends that were doing it. I mean, she knew when it happened last time. She definitely wasn't acting surprised.
What was your level of concern at this point in time?
I was probably medium. I mean, I was still pretty concerned. My mom didn't sound right on the phone.
Now, there's a call that occurs after this call that is not in evidence, where Katie calls you back. Do you recall what Katie wanted you to do when she called you back?
She wanted me to go down there that night to see my parents.
And did she seem very concerned?
She was extremely concerned when she called me back.
Did you go to see your mom that night?
No, I finished work probably after 10, and I went down there the next afternoon.